Hey, what's happening? It's Charlamagne Tha God, and right now you're watching a very unapologetically black YouTube page brought to you by the Family O, okay? Salute to the Family O, Marvin, Amber, Liberty. Beautiful black family, man. Appreciate y'all support. Salute.
Hey you guys, how are you all? This is Amber and Daddy's behind the camera, and we're with the Family O, and we are here at Barnes & Noble, and we're here for a book signing. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want you guys to be surprised, so you have to wait and be patient. But it was a surprise that I planned for Babe. He had no idea, and then I broke it yesterday and told him. So we're here for a book signing of a very popular radio personality. He's an author now, and we are excited to be here. We bought the book for the signing on yesterday, and we haven't read it yet, but we're excited to get started after this event, hopefully this weekend. So we'll see you guys in a little bit.
What's going on, man? Bullish Marquette online on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Black excellence, man. Black excellence to me is overcoming all of the obstacles that are thrown at you. You know, especially being a black man, I already came out with 2 strikes against me. So now I have an obligation, and I have a reason to be black excellence, to show black excellence, not only to my fellow peers, in my community or my family, anything, but for my daughter as well. You know, show her black excellence, show her that she got black girl magic, just like I got black boy magic. You know what I'm saying? So that's my you know take on black excellence.
Yeah. So you looking forward to seeing Charlamagne today?
Oh man, I got everything Charlamagne do, man. I listen to the Breakfast Club, watch Revolt, the podcast, MTV2, man, everything, man. Shout out to the God, man.
Yeah. Who you got? Cavs or Golden State?
I'm gonna have to go with the West, man. I gotta go with the home, man. I gotta go with the state, man.
I gotta walk away now. Tell them how to find you one more time.
Oh man, Bullish Marquette, man, on YouTube, on Instagram, on everything. Bullish Marquette, BULLISHMARQUETTE, man.
All right. All right, we got a nice brother here. Tell us your name.
Hey, my name is Jasper Walker.
All right, Mr. Walker, what does black excellence mean to you?
Black excellence is just basically black people being able to overcome anything in America or all over the world. The inventor of so much stuff that the world uses today. Our influence is so huge that anything we do, we can make it go viral. And I just think that the spirit of the black person is pretty much black excellence. It's the epitome of overcoming and overcoming obstacles and basically just starting new waves all the time. That's black excellence.
What do you say to those that say black excellence is only achievable if you have a certain income? Like they say, like what happened with LeBron? What is that?
No, that's exactly the opposite. That's what I'm saying. Black excellence is being able to overcome whatever. You have people like Charlamagne Tha God who come from the bottom to the top, like literally. So, yeah, LeBron was somebody, he didn't always have that position. He actually ground for his position and made nothing out of something. So,
all right, appreciate you. Who you got, Cavs or Warriors?
I'm actually not a sports guy, so but I mean I go for LeBron only because I know it's a lot of guys that's hating on him, and I mean I want to see the man win. That's just how that goes.
Well, you on social media? You want to tell everybody how to connect with you? You got a nice outfit, man. It's a Ankara, right? That's what that's called.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You make them or you got them from somewhere?
No, I actually go to my loctician. She actually gave it to me, Miss Kim.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, dope, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, not a problem. You can actually catch me on Instagram at _your.majesty_. I actually have one of my title, Black Excellence, Black Power, Black Everything.
Okay. All right, we got another young brother here. Tell everybody your name.
Yeah, I'm Jamel Belafonte.
All right.
Instagram is 10thstreet.melly.
Okay. What does black excellence mean to you, Mr. Jamel?
Black excellence slash black privilege means to me it's an honor to be black and have so much against us in this day and time, and it's kind of more of a challenge to be black and excellent, and I'm privileged. I'm glad. I've never wanted to be anything else but.
Okay.
And,
have you ever dealt with any situation that would make you feel like it isn't a privilege to be black, and if so, how do you handle it?
Every day. You just have to do better, be more successful, aim like to our counterparts. I feel like we got to be twice as good. We got to be 3 times as excellent for us to get the same respect as somebody who's a negative 3.
Right.
You know, so we just have to keep doing better for ourselves.
Okay. And you looking forward to meeting Charlamagne?
Yes.
Uncle Charla?
Yeah. The best thing about it is initially I was on a bandwagon of people that didn't like him, not based on what I knew about him, but based on what I've heard, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But everything this man touches, every book he recommends, I'm on board. I'm writing it down. I got a phone full of books that he's recommended.
Gotcha.
You know, so the guy is smart, man. And the guy, I like seeing where the guy came from amongst North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's just seeing where he
South
came
Carolina.
from to where South Carolina,
Yeah.
to see where he is now. It's amazing.
I want to thank all of y'all for coming out this evening. I appreciate everybody who's purchased the book. Black Privilege, Opportunity Comes to Those Who Create It. Everybody in here got a book already? I love seeing our people line up for books the way that we line up for Jordans and Yeezys, man. That's a beautiful feeling. I understand the transformative power of books. So when I created this book, I wasn't even thinking about like New York Times bestsellers list and all of that type of stuff, even though it's been on there for 6 weeks in a row, thanks to y'all. But I was just wanting to create a body of work that, you know, would empower people and enlighten people in some way, shape, or form, the same way that so many books I read when I was younger and throughout my life have done for me. So I love the fact that it's people coming up to me saying things like, I ain't never read a book. You know, this is the first book I read in a long time, and then they're asking me for new book recommendations. So my father would always say, if you want to hide something from one of us, you put it in a book. So, you know, I'm glad that we out here in this bookstore, man. So thank y'all. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna sign every last book. I'm not going nowhere till all the books are signed. So let's get to it. Thank you for coming.
Okay, we got another young lady here with us. Tell everyone what your name is, and how to find you.
My name is Genesis. You can find me on Snapchat at Selfmade Jen, Instagram at Genuine with the extra E at the end, and Facebook at Genesis Mine.
Okay. Well, Ms. Genesis, what does black privilege mean to you?
Well, black privilege to me means that we all have it pretty much. We just need to learn how to tap into it and utilize it to our best ability. I definitely feel like a lot of our people are weak in that area to where we're not sure of ourselves and we don't know exactly where we come from. So I think that has a lot of reason to our social status in America. So I do feel once we can educate our people more as to who we are, you know, our royalty status, and actually let them know that, yeah, our skin color, you know, it scares away people, but at the end of the day, it is a privilege. We need to utilize that. Everybody has it. And I just feel like we need more black people to be on a more educated level as far as privilege.
Do you think black privilege is still possible in this racial climate that we're currently in with what happened with LeBron and all that?
I definitely do. I feel like people, if they use their platform more and pretty much stop just, you know, going with the flow of the motion. A lot of people nowadays, when they reach a certain economic status, they kind of forget where they come from. I feel like if we had more people like Charlamagne and what's the guy's name, the Williams guy who spoke at the BET Awards. I feel like Jesse Williams. If we had more people to stand up and pretty much put it on Front Street, I think people would be more entitled and pretty much to look into our privilege that we have.
Okay, and tell us one more time how we can find you.
Oh, you can find me again at Instagram at Genuine, Snapchat at Selfmade Jen, and Facebook at Genesis Moss.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome, thank you.
So handsome.
What's up?
What does black privilege mean to you?
To me, black privilege means just when you hear about the proverb, when you come to the light, you gotta walk in it. So I feel like black privilege is just knowledge of your self-worth. I mean, for hundreds of years, you know, being black was looked at as a negative, some negative, and so to some, and so it's kind of changing the narrative. It's saying, you know what, being black, and it's not just, we're not just talking, because we're talking differences in color hues as well, where people have, where they feel like they're less than, but we're talking about just being black in general. It's a great thing. It's a powerful thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's a blessing. It's not a curse. You're not underprivileged. You're not, you know, you're not born with a stripe just because you're black. And it's starting to kind of realize that knowledge that we have so much culture, we have so much to provide to humanity. The United States wouldn't be here if it wasn't for black people. So it's coming to that knowledge, walking in it, being confident in everything that you do, knowing that you're not better than anybody else, but nobody else is better than you. Period. All right, we got Mr. Todd here. Tell us how anybody can reach you.
Yeah, you can reach me at the Rap Museum on Twitter, on Facebook and Instagram at the Rap Museum.
Okay, spell it for me.
The TheRapMuseum, Rap Museum.
Excellent. So, well, what does black privilege mean to you?
It means taking advantage of any opportunity that you have. Sometimes it's going to be obstacles and things of that nature, but you got to persevere. Don't let the color get in your way. Let the courage and the confidence and the melancholy of the situation help you persevere, because anybody can do it, especially a black man in America.
Do you think black privilege is still possible in this current racial climate?
Yeah, it's what you make of it. What you see of the situation. If you can't do it, you're right. If you can do it, you're right. Depending on the individual itself.
I like that quote, man. All right, brother. Thank you so much. Tell us again one more time how to find you.
Yeah, find me on Twitter at The Rap Museum. Also on Instagram at The Rap Museum.
All right. Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks.
Okay, we got another brother here. Tell everybody who you are and how we can find you.
Hey, I'm Mark Kobe. You can find me on Instagram at Mark Kobe Huff. Just, you know, enter it in Instagram.
Okay. Well, what does black privilege mean to you, Mr. Mark Kobe?
Well, truth be told, shit, it reminds me more of like the black privilege that you get from when like back in, oh, why you do me like that, bro? But anyway, you can edit it, but
That's all
it's basically like, you know, like the older things from the older days, like how we used to just, when you see somebody black, like especially when you like in an all-white neighborhood, you just automatically dab them up, or you in an event, and if it's like a crowd of white people or anything, you kind of look out for your brothers and stuff like that. You really don't get that too often, but that's one of the things that you do get. You just get an automatic, like you just get that automatic nod, you know,
yeah,
and
so
it's that automatic recognition from it.
So it's like relationship, just
right.
Automatically being family.
Just being family, right? Without even saying anything. It's already understood things that we go through. Right.
Do you think that black privilege is still possible in this, I guess, with everything that happened with LeBron and all that stuff?
No, it already is, because it's something that's involved with us. It's a hidden thing. It's really not known to everybody else. Believe it or not, it's always been here. You know, all it is the buddy system. You know, when you bring your buddy onto the team, or you know, you got a new job, you pick up the phone, you start calling people that look like you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's always been.
Love it,
you know,
man.
it's like back in the 60s and stuff of, you know, segregation.
Yeah.
You used to go back to the back and eat. But the thing is, the cooks was the black people, so you getting the hookup. Don't get me wrong, you paying the same price, you got to eat in the back.
Right.
The only thing you getting different, you getting that extra black privilege. You getting 2 pieces of legs versus that 1 piece. You getting a little extra greens and an extra this and an extra that. You might even get that soda. You know what I'm saying? So
and I don't think it's a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Everybody does it. No. You do it for family. You look out for family.
Right, exactly. You're looking out for family. Right.
So, all right. Tell us how to find you one more time.
Find me on Instagram at Markoby Huff. MarCobyHuff.
All right, I appreciate you, brother. All right. Okay, Sunshine, what does it mean to be a black person to you?
It means where you have to be black and where you're African, where some people live in Africa and some people are Africans. So like what I'm saying is where some people are Africans and some other people are not African.
Do you enjoy being black? Do you like being black? African?
I like being black African, and I also love the coconuts and the eggs in Africa too.
All right, appreciate it. Good job, sir. Peace. Tell them to subscribe.
And click these 2 buttons and click that big button up there. Please, and give us a thumbs up.
All right, we got another brother here. Tell us your name and how we can find you.
What up, though? It's Low Gross. You can follow me at InaudibleRuckus_podcast on Instagram and InaudibleRAUC1 on Twitter.
Okay. What does black privilege mean to you, brother?
To me, it's like it's another form of self-actualization. They always talk about, I remember in psychology class about Maslow's hierarchy of human needs, and at the top of it, it was talking about self-actualization, meaning when you wake up and wake up to be the best version of yourself that you can be every day.
Okay.
And for us, by us being black, that means that we have to tap into that, and on a daily basis, just keep feeding into that and utilize our resources. And if we are like the forefront of where we at, then we got to be the ones to make the resources for everybody else.
So it's really knowledge of self in a way,
yeah.
Self-actualization. I love that. Now, do you think that black privilege is possible in today's climate with everything going on?
Yeah.
People scared about what's going on, the current administration and all that stuff going on?
I believe so. I mean, even myself, I'm from Detroit, born and raised, was able to move out of there, do better for myself, move to Houston, a bigger city, and then kind of tackle on that. At the same time, still empower my people back at home, and that's just a small sample size. So if you imagine like all these different people and their journeys and their struggles, they tap into who they are, and then all coming together like that, it's very much possible. It's just a unity thing.
Yeah. And what's the update on what's going on in Flint, if you know?
Still bad water. They still ain't fixed nothing.
Wow.
It's still bad, and then the school system in Detroit is still shut down. You know what I'm saying? So it's, regardless of what they tell you, it's still people starving, still people dying in the streets up there. It's one of the reasons why I left, because I want to be able to do more. So I felt like I had to leave, come back with some better resources and stuff. So that's the journey I'm on.
Love it. Well, last question: Cavs or Warriors? Who you got?
Warriors, man. Draymond Green from the crib. Go green, go white.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Oakland and Detroit like cousins.
Okay.
Yee.
All right, we got another young brother here. Tell us your name and tell us how we can find you.
Okay, my name is Trey Haynes, and I'm an underground artist. So my social media is Neezy the Trill.
All right, tell us what does black privilege mean to you, Ms. Trey?
To be black, right?
To be black?
What does it mean to be black, man? It's a wonderful feeling to be black, especially when you go back and do your history on what it really means, and all the things that we discovered, and all the things they try to cover up.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think that black privilege is possible in the current racial environment? What happened with LeBron and other celebrities, people in general? Do you think black privilege is still possible?
I don't think in America it is. I think if, like the great Michael X said, if we get our own and leave, try to start our own thing, and I think it'll be better.
Okay.
Stop trying to knock on the white man though and stay right here.
Wow.
Ask on his table.
And you said you're underground
Make
artist?
our own table, yeah.
You want to spit something? Got some clean bars you want to spit? So for the people that's going to go on YouTube, got to be clean though. It's family time. You got nothing. All right, well tell us how to find you one more time.
You can find me on Neezy the Trill, Twitter, that's my Facebook, and that's my Instagram.
All right, appreciate you, brother.
I've heard all my life about white privilege, but I have never heard anybody coin the phrase black privilege. So for me to purchase this book and have to actually get a perspective on somebody's feeling about what black privilege happens to be is something that's very intriguing to me.
Okay. Wonderful. And do you think it's still possible with everything that's been going on with LeBron and celebrities and all that?
Always possible, but a few things need to happen. First of all, there needs to be a paradigm shift. Not only does the board of the game needs to change, but we need to change the board that the game is played on, basically.
I like that.
If that's possible, which I'm starting to feel like it is possible. It's just that it takes a lot of diligence in order to get that done.
When did you realize that you had black privilege? Was it something you've always known, or something you came to the knowledge of later on in life, or?
Black privilege is something that I was not aware of in my formative years.
Okay.
I only started to realize it around second year high school, I suppose.
Okay.
When I started to do my own research instead of looking at the history books and whatnot. They only give us one month a year for Black history. But when I started looking and reading and understanding more about, you know, the history of black people. I mean, the history of black folks didn't just start with slavery. And if you believe all the archaeologists, we were the first people anywhere. 4 million years ago, you know, they found the skeletons of a lady in Africa. So, I mean, in that regard, I mean, you know, black privilege has always been something that's been available, but it's not something that black, you know, we as black people are always aware of. I mean, it's there, but if you don't know how to access it, then you'll never be able to take advantage of it.
Gotcha. Well, tell us one more time how we can find you. Are you on social media? You got a business, anything you want to plug?
I'm on social media, Facebook, Kylan Rooster Ratcliffe, R-O-O-S-T-A, Ratcliffe, R-A-T-C-L-I-F-F.
Okay, appreciate
First name K-Y-L-O-N.
Okay, I appreciate you, brother.
Hey guys, we're almost there, but I'm so fun. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous. He seems like a real relatable guy, a guy you talk to like anybody else, but you don't meet too many famous people on a day-to-day basis. So the fact that he's a New York Times best-selling author, he's on the Breakfast Club, I listen to it every morning. My life's dream is to avoid ever becoming donkey of the day. That's my life. If I get that done, I'm good.
All right, Sunshine, tell us, what does black privilege mean to you?
Wow, so black privilege, I can't say it, I'm sorry, means to me that despite what we've been told, we have a lot going for us. We are children of the Most High God, and I believe that we're made in His image. So if we're a child of the Most High God made in His image, that means we got it going on. So despite what we've been hearing about our culture and what it is and what it is not, you know, we just can't believe it. We have to know that we are just very brilliant people. We have a lot of greatness within us, and we have to start living up to that. So as a person with black privilege, we have to, you know, we have to represent, we have to make sure that we are positioning our children where they understand who they are as African people. You understand what I'm saying? And we just have to have pride, and we have to not be afraid to be around other counterparts and represent who we are. You know, for example, like with my shirt on, you know, it's like I'm not gonna be afraid to have this on because someone's gonna say, oh my goodness, you know, or think a certain way about it. I'm showing that I have pride, and I have culture, and I have heritage, and I have privilege. Just being a child of God, that's what it means to me.
Now, do you think black privilege is possible in the current racial environment with everything that happened with LeBron, and, you know, recently in the news? Do you think that it's something that's still possible to maintain as we go through the years?
I think so. I think because I'm a believer in God, I believe that we can do all things with Him, and I believe that it's not to say we're not going to have the challenges that we're having, such as with LeBron or any other situation that we never hear about. In spite of that, we can still rise up to the occasion, and we can still be bold and be confident, and we can still move like the beautiful African black people that we are.
All right, thank you, man.
Come on, mama, come on, and Fino, right?
Yes, sir. How you doing, boss? Very appropriate donkey of the day this morning.
Thank you. How you doing?
It's my wife, Amber, daughter, Liberty.
I'm Amber, okay. And this is Liberty. She's a little shy.
Hey. That's Uncle Charlotte. We're YouTubers, man. We shot a movie encouraging people to go to Africa, travel to Africa.
I want to go, man.
Yeah, man.
I think we're going September.
Oh, wonderful.
Wow, what part are you going to?
Lagos.
Oh, yeah.
Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigeria.
Let's see. Come on, let's go this way, okay? I'm gonna pick her
Liberty.
up.
Would you mind shouting out our YouTube page? All right, appreciate it, brother.
What's the name of it?
The Family O.
Family O.
Yeah, the Family O. Whenever you're ready.
Hey, what's happening? It's Charlamagne Tha God, and right now you're watching a very unapologetically black YouTube page brought to you by the Family O, okay? Salute to the Family O, Marvin, Amber, Liberty. Beautiful black family, man. Appreciate y'all support.
Appreciate it.
Salute.
All right, we got a nice gentleman here. Tell everybody who you are and how we can find you.
How you guys doing today? My name is Hafiz Balku. I'm the host of the Roommates Podcast, the #1 fastest growing young adults podcast in Houston, Texas. I'm here enjoying myself with Charlamagne's, I believe it's his book signing. I thought it was a speech, but he's doing a book signing on black privilege. And what black privilege means to me is that, man, God made me black. He gave me this blessing, this opportunity to be black, and also gave me the privilege to use my blackness to not only benefit myself, but to benefit other people. Super excited, thankful to be here. God bless you guys.
All right. Now let me ask one quick question. Do you think that black privilege is still possible in the coming years with the environment that we're in, with what happened at LeBron's house and just the climate in general?
Yeah, no, I definitely believe so. I think one of the biggest things is that black privilege is also part of a community. What I've seen going on right now is that through the oppression, through the difficulties, through the obstacles, black people are mobilizing together, they're becoming more of a community and supporting one another. That's what's going to cause upward mobilization in this country. Look at the Jews, look at the Italians, look at the Irish, all these ethnic minority groups. One of the ways they progress forward is through difficulty and then coming together. So I believe, regardless of the political, social climate of the difficulties, we're coming together, we're going to move forward, and we'll make black America better for our children and ourselves.
Awesome. Now tell us one more time how we can find you.
So look us under on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio. Look us under the Roommates Podcast and hit us up. We'd love to talk with you guys and, you know, enjoy the best hour of your week.
All right, we got another young brother here as we're wrapping up. He's going to introduce himself and explain what black privilege means to him.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Jason, and I'm here at the Barnes & Nobles here in 1960 in Champions. What black privilege means to me is being able to excel in life, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of what things that you've been through, regardless of where you come from, being able to excel, push the boundaries and just, you know, really overcome the stereotypes of race, what's been placed on you. It really is, especially in this time and age, being able to have those conversations and defy those stereotypes is what black privilege means to me. So.
And do you think it's still possible, you know, in the current climate with everything that's taking place, the administration, everything?
Most definitely. It doesn't matter what kind of circumstances that you're being put under or anything like that, especially in this current administration. More than ever, we have to begin these conversations of race. Got to talk about different things that's going on in the country. That's the only way that we can really have black privilege, is not to allow those stereotypes to be placed on us, but to make sure that we just keep pushing and just keep breaking down barriers and having those kind of conversations. So most definitely.
All right, let us know one more time your name and how we can find you on social.
So again, my name is Jason. You can find me on IG, Snapchat, or any kind of social media at Mr. Why So Serious. Everything is one word, Mr. Why So Serious. It's been a pleasure.
Love it, man.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody, we are done with the Charlamagne Tha God Black Privilege book signing. It was a really dope experience.
It was so awesome, and we were just talking about how, you know, sometimes with Charlamagne Tha God, people are afraid, you know, like to go on the Breakfast Club, for example, because, you know, he tells it like it is, right? But he was so humble and so nice, and you can tell that he just was so grateful for the position that God had put him in.
Yeah, I mean, you'd expect sometimes when you're a New York Times best-selling author, you could be a bit of a diva, but Charlamagne was anything but that. Super cool dude, very happy for everything that's going on with him and everything that's to come.
Exactly, and we have our book right here. We got him, got his autograph right here that he signed for us. It says, "Peace, Marvin and Amber and Liberty, stay black, see the God." So we are happy campers.
So as always, guys, we appreciate you rocking with us for this episode. Be sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and we'll be back with the next video. Tell them, Lil, tell them.
And click these friends and click that big button out there and thumbs up.
All right, guys.
All right,
peace.